Opie and Anthony Show continues.
Sal's been on the phones for an hour now, so I guess we should take one call.
I guess so.
I don't know what Chris is getting at here. Let's see what Chris wants. Chris, what's up, buddy? Chris.
Hello. Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey, man.
Hey, I was just wondering, is 9/11 funnier than the Boston bombing, or is the Boston bombing funnier than 9/11?
Why are you saying this?
Yeah. What do you mean, sir?
I don't know. I just think there can be some humor in it, because you know what? There's all these soldiers coming back with, blown off limbs and everything. Yeah, you got this guy who gets his limbs blown off in the Boston bombing, and he gets a book deal. What about all these guys coming back, all these people in 9/11 and everything? I don't get it. It just pisses me off.
I think the reason being, probably, here's what I'm guessing. The reason being that the interest would be in the Boston bombing victims' legs being blown off, book deal, as opposed to soldiers, is they may feel soldiers' stories have been told before, and people have heard, whereas this is an anomaly for a civilian to have his legs blown off, and a terrorist is different than somebody who goes to, that's probably...
Not that it's any better or worse or anything like that, but I mean, if a soldier kind of knows he's got that, chance of being injured, but if you're just, at the Boston Marathon and you lose your legs, holy shit.
Yeah.
There's kind of a story there.
They're both horrible, obviously.
Of course.
But it's more of an anomaly if it happens to a guy that's just hanging out watching a bunch of dopes run to a finish line.
Right.
And by the way, funnier and stuff, it's you're an idiot.
Yeah, why did you
What
say
do you mean
funnier?
by that?
I'm sorry, you guys. I actually called a few weeks ago, and I actually wanted to get a quick opinion.
Were you a complete dick face back then?
I was. I'm sorry.
I have no patience.
I do stand-up comedy. I made a Boston bombing joke. I talked about it, and I got ripped into after by a bunch of comedians. I just think...
What comedians ripped into you for addressing a subject?
That's what I'm saying, and I'm in Boston, actually, guys.
Maybe it was just a shitty joke, though. What was the joke?
Yeah, it probably was.
No, I opened up the show. I literally, guys, I'm 9 months sober. I just moved back over from Florida. I've been trying to get sober. I just started doing stand-up sober.
You're going to do stand-up sober? That's crazy.
Yeah, you're crazy to do that.
No,
you got to know you're funny or drunk, right?
No, I don't think I am.
I'm deconstructing Jim's fucking advice show. Every time I'm listening on the way home to Jim's advice show, we give such great advice to people. I'll just be like, no.
I'm not doing my advice show till tomorrow, by the way.
What?
Sam, because I'm interviewing Gene on
But people
my
depend on
show.
it, Jimmy.
Well, tomorrow.
Gene who?
Shallot.
Shallot.
Simmons.
Yes.
So, what are you saying, sir? Any subject's acceptable. What was your joke? What was your Boston bombing joke?
Literally, I literally opened the show with, hey, guys, I haven't been back in Boston. It must have been about 2 bombings ago I was back here. I was going to go to the Boston Marathon, but I heard it cost an arm and a leg.
Be more funny.
Well, honestly, you said 2 bombings ago, and then you followed it up, and an arm and a leg is, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I get what you're doing there, but it does, it costs an arm and a leg. It doesn't cost anything to go to the marathon. Nobody thinks that. If that happened in a retail store, that would be a better joke. If the bombing happened in a retail store, and they want to go to that store, they charge you an arm and a leg. Oh, okay, because an arm and a leg got blown off there. Yeah. But nobody pays to go watch a marathon. It's like you're shoehorning an expression into an event.
Yeah.
That's good. I know you're right. I just thought there should be no one, because all these comedians, man. I mean, it's very clear.
I got a good opener for you. Put a gun in your mouth. Pull the fucking trigger.
Well, it might be a better closer, but
yes.
And saying there's no line is accurate when it comes to content, but that doesn't mean that you don't have to have good jokes. And it's almost like it doesn't mean you can just walk up. But let's just say what's happened tragically recently. Let's say, Casey Anthony. You can't just walk up and go, her daughter's dead. I'd fuck her body. Like, what?
I like it.
But do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's still a line in what you're going to say that's going to work.
Just, I agree. It's just, with some of these guys, I just wanted to catch it. It was kind of an opener to catch the attention of people.
But you still need a good joke there.
Well,
I know what you mean.
We got a guy in the line that fully agrees with you there, Chris. Let's say hi to John in Virginia. John, you're on with Chris from Boston.
Hey, Chris, I wonder what would be funnier, if you got your dick blown off or if you got a dick shoved in your ass.
They'd both be hot.
It would be kind of hot, actually. I wouldn't mind watching either.
Ooh.
Have a good day, buddy.
All right, well.
Yeah, just because
the people have spoken.
Yes.
You want to open with shocking content sometimes, that's fine. But if you're going to say something that's just purposefully, there's a really weird line we have to walk as comics between being purposefully shitty and addressing harsh content. There's a way to do it, but if you just walk up and talk about rape, like I do rape lines in my act still, of course, but yeah, I don't just walk on and go, so this chick was raped, but her tits look good.
Oh,
hey, I'm challenging, but I'm not challenging anything. I'm saying something purposefully confrontational with no real good joke there.
Let me ask you this. 12 years ago, right, 9/11. How long do you have to wait before you could start the jokes? And I'm trying to remember back. I think we made it almost
well,
a couple weeks maybe.
It all depends on where you
Why
put
is
the
it
joke.
okay?
And we weren't joking about it. We started with the songs, the
Right.
tribute songs that people started doing, and we were goofing on the tribute songs.
And then you
'cause they
slowly
sucked.
start moving in from that point.
Right.
But why is it okay 2 weeks in and not 2 days in?
I think
what is there not an actual, but what is the formula there?
Yeah.
it's the same as there's an emotional feeling that that you just interpret on stage, and you have to be comfortable with it too. And like I was on stage at I want to say the Brokerage after 9/11. Maybe it might have been a year later, or whatever. But I was doing my 9/11 material, and none of it was fuck the victims. None of it was always bashing the fucking Islam or whatever.
Yeah.
But there was a woman heckling me, or being loud or whatever. And I started to talk to her, and I could see somebody at their table like open their eyes and kind of pleaded with their eyes for me not to continue with her. And I could see that there was more there, like maybe she lost somebody and not like. So I backed off because I sensed that there was something else there.
Yeah.
I didn't deal with her like fuck her, she's a heckler. I was like
Right.
There'll never be a time where she can handle this because for her it's way too personal.
Right.
And I think that when something like that happens, it's so absolutely personal for everybody. We all react to it like they're talking about our relative who died. And it takes a little bit of time for us to be able to separate and go, okay, this is an event. And now I can look at it as an event as opposed to feeling it like it's my girlfriend that they're showing naked pictures of.
Right.
And I think that's the time. I mean, I don't know how to, I could never win that argument in court as to what's appropriate. I just think that we feel it out as a group. And if the joke is good, you can do it sooner. And it depends. Like Colin had a brilliant, he was doing great 9/11 stuff. And, and he could do this pretty soon because you're making fun of people's perception. Like he did one line where he's going, I love people. And how they're going, something told me not to go down there that day. Stupid. The news told you. The news.
That was
like that's a joke you could do very soon because immediately people understand like, every asshole said that and tried to marry them.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that's a joke that even if people are suffering, they can laugh at the other people. I'm rambling. I apologize.
Gilbert Godfrey did.
No, I know. I
joke.
remember he was
Yeah.
one of the first.
Yeah, but Gilbert, it does do that. I mean,
That's his thing.
he was at the comedy show.
Lost his fucking duck gig.
Yeah, he said they took I took a flight. There was a stopover at the Empire State Building.
Yeah,
it's a funny line. I mean, it was brutal, but it was funny.
Yeah.
And I was talking to the Comedy Cellar probably 2 weeks ago, and he's very conversational. But he doesn't laugh a whole lot. And we were talking about something, and someone getting their fucking head bashed in, and I just did some line talking to him. I'm like, then you jerk off on her corpse, and he went bananas. That was what got him.
What a sick fuck.
It was such a juvenile, violent joke I did just while we were chatting.
You find something over there, Sam? Okay.
Hopefully it was a lump. Oh Jesus. See, now that's a funny line. We can laugh at that.
See.
But if Sam had just announced that he had cancer. Oh, sure, Sirius stock would go up, but nobody. But that in a case like then I wouldn't have done that joke because it would have been too real.
Right.
Yeah.
I would have waited a couple of weeks until he was dead and then done lump humor.
Oh my God.
She's terrible.
We've got a golf course in Wisconsin that's doing a 9/11 discount offer.
What?
$9.11. You
Why
play
would you
golf
do
today.
that?
I had my feelings changed on this one. At first, it was like fuck them. But it seems like we said last year was to remind people of it. Nobody mind.
Yeah?
They said, according to them, that last year people kind of felt like, hey, it didn't seem exploitive or whatever the word, exploitationist. But today,
it's self-serving.
Maybe, yeah.
It seems a little self-serving.
It really is. I mean,
I don't like
that's I mean, that's to get some attention.
Yeah.
Yo, Jay.
What's up, man? Hello.
Hey,
Yes.
How you doing?
What's going on?
Well, we're doing a show.
And now we're talking
we
to
have
you.
a caller.
Yeah, I'm just, I'm a little pissed at y'all.
All right.
You can tell that by your lackluster beginning. Go ahead,
Why
sir.
is that?
Man, what is going on with these breaks? You guys are taking like 15, 16-minute breaks every friggin' hour. It sucks. It sucks.
Hold on, let's see how many breaks. Iraq, how many breaks have we taken this week? Hold on, we can give you a direct answer, Jay. Hold on, Jay. Hold on, Jay. We'll give you the answer.
Fine. I'm just telling you, it's
Get the on.
Well, why don't you let us give you the fucking answer? Why are you saying no? We'll give you how long we.
But there's workarounds. Get the on demand.
Go ahead.
Or, I mean, the other thing is we're supposed to do 2 breaks an hour. We just refuse to do that. So we on the average only do 4 breaks a show now. We're supposed to do 8.
Yeah.
How many breaks did we take today?
Let me just say.
Jay, no. Let Iraq answer first. Your allegation.
Alligator.
Iraq.
The first break that we took was 8 minutes plus 2 minutes of filler because you guys were in the bathroom. Or
Okay, so 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
But the filler is material.
That was
Right.
what time was that? 7:30.
Yeah, it was around 7:30.
So that's an hour and
So it was almost 90 minutes of content before a 10-minute
we came
break.
back at 7:43.
Okay.
no radio show gives you 90 minutes in a row. I mean, it was more like 80 because we all know when we officially
Okay.
start. So it's 80 minutes of content. No one does that.
That's an hour and 20 minutes, and then we take a 10-minute break. Okay, then what?
The next time we went to break, we had 3 live reads, so that adds another 3 minutes
Okay.
to it for Anthony to have to do.
And that's material because I rule doing my live reads.
Material, he said.
So how long was that?
And
That's
so the 3
material, he
minutes
said.
plus 3, 6. So that one was about 11 minutes.
11 minutes.
Okay.
And then we had I think like a minute of filler there, so 12.
Okay.
Okay.
But is the filler material?
Filler material.
Okay, so that's material.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's how many other breaks?
And then the last break we took, we did 3 more reads, which were another 3 minutes. It's 11 minutes.
Okay,
And
sir.
then we played the FU line, which was 2 minutes.
Okay, but that's material technically. So 10. We've taken a total of 32 minutes in breaks out of almost 4 hours.
Oh, boy. Yeah, we should.
Do you understand the ratio of regular radio to that? Like how?
in the end, no show's doing that.
You're spurled.
I appreciate you want more content, but
All right, look. Let me just say
we only have so much content every day, too, by
Yeah,
the way.
we got to piss and relax for a minute. We're people, we're not robots.
Yeah, we're not.
brother.
Speak for yourself.
We pull the shit out of our asses half the time.
Edgewise. Let me just say one thing to you.
One thing, you already said 18.
That's right.
Go. What?
It was a hang up.
Oh.
Oh.
Let me find.
We actually did straighten him out, though.
We did. We showed him.
That guy kept calling.
All right, it's fair enough, but
But he's wrong. He's like, it's like almost 4 hours, and you're complaining we're taking 32 minutes of break. And we have reads to do.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, dude?
How about the listeners that had to listen to his call?
Right.
That was 3 minutes of fucking wasted time right there.
We only have so much material, too.
Exactly. Can't you tell?
We drank salad here today.
Oh.
We were desperate.
God, remember that break? No.
No.
Not very
All right, so we got Metallica tickets to give away. We're going to do that tomorrow and Friday. Mm-hmm. And we're going to really give them away to listeners.
Yeah.
We figure what the hell this time instead of like...
That's cool. They're not going to be sitting near us, will they? Can't stand listeners.
I sure hope not.
Guessing. The reason being that the interest would be in the Boston bombing victims' legs being blown off, book deal as opposed to soldiers, is they may feel soldier stories have been told before, and people have heard, like, whereas this is an anomaly for a civilian to have his legs blown off, and a terrorist is different than somebody who goes to, I mean, that's probably...
Not that it's any...
Here, let's see what Chris wants. Chris, what's up, buddy? Chris.
Hello. Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey, man.
Hey, I was just wondering, is 9/11 funnier than the Boston bombing, or is the Boston bombing funnier than 9/11?
Why are you saying this?
Yeah. What do you mean, sir?
I don't know. I just think there can be some humor in it, because you know what? There's all these soldiers coming back with, blown off limbs and everything. Yeah, you got this guy who gets his limbs blown off in the Boston bombing, and he gets a book deal. What about all these guys coming back, all these people in 9/11 and everything? I don't get it. It just pisses me off.
I think the reason being probably, here's what I'm getting.
The Opie vesves continues.
Sal's been on the phones for an hour now, so I guess we should take one call.
I guess so.
I don't know what Chris is getting at.
Better or worse or anything like that, but I mean, if a soldier kind of knows he's got that like chance of being injured, but if you're just at the Boston Marathon and you lose your legs, holy shit!
Yeah,
there's kind of a story there.
They're both horrible, obviously,
of course,
but it's more of an anomaly if it happens to a guy that's just hanging.